And welcome. David Levin here, Raise Your Inner Game today. I still have a cold. Sorry about that. This is Tuesday, so we're talking sports and sports parenting. And this week, I want to talk about confidence, the real way to boost an athlete's confidence. I got a question last week from a parent who attended a mental game webinar I was presenting. He said, how can I help my child find their confidence more consistently, specifically when playing with or against higher level teams? He can hang when he believes in himself, but he doesn't do so consistently. I love this question because a lack of confidence is probably the most common mental game problem I see. It's the one that kids are most aware of, that their parents and coaches see. The athlete will play great in practice, but when they're up against a strong opponent or when something goes wrong, you can just see it. Their posture changes, they look defeated, they start making mistakes, more mistakes, they get stuck in their head. It's just a mess. Confidence is also one of the specific areas we measure in our mental game assessment. So not only do I hear about the problem, but I see the numbers, and I know the difference the right training can make. So how do you give a kid more confidence? I can tell you for sure how not to do it, and that is what we tend to do, which is to basically tell them they shouldn't feel that way. We hear them say things like, I'm not good enough, I can't do it, they're too good, and we say, what? What are you talking about? Of course you can. You've totally got this, right? We basically try to talk them out of what they're thinking and feeling, and that's just never going to work. I know I've told this story before, but it still blows my mind. Watching the tennis documentary on Netflix, Breakpoint, hearing the top players in the world, when things are going bad in a match, to hear them thinking the same things. I'm not good enough. I can't do it. I don't belong here. If players at that level can convince themselves that they're not good enough, what could we possibly say to our teenagers that would keep them from having the same thoughts? It's just not going to work. So does that mean there's nothing we can do? Of course not. We can make a huge difference. And I know that, again, because I see the results in our students. But here's the crazy thing. Our students, as I've said, consistently see a remarkable improvement in their confidence. You see it in their scores. And just hearing them talk, it's the first thing they'll mention. I'm so much more confident now. It's just a complete transformation. It's night and day. But we don't say one word about confidence in the training. It's never mentioned. We never address any of the negative thoughts that are giving them so much trouble. A sports psychologist probably would. A therapist definitely would. But we never do. All we talk about is how to shut down their negative thoughts and emotions in the moment so they can get out of their head and back into the game. That's it. But it turns out that when they do that, they naturally become way more confident. So it's not that they need to develop confidence. They already have it. It's always there. It's just getting blocked by the thoughts in their head. The moment they shut those down, it all comes back. Because here's what really causes an athlete to lose their confidence. It's not the thoughts themselves. It's that the thoughts get us stuck in our heads. The real enemy of confidence and of all aspects of peak performance is simply getting stuck in our head. When you teach kids how to keep that from happening, everything else falls into place. So that's the way to boost an athlete's confidence. Don't focus on the negative thoughts they're hearing. Instead, help them learn how to shut down the thoughts and get out of their head and back into the moment. I hope that makes sense because this is insanely powerful and a completely different approach to the problem. All right. Again, apologies for the cold. My goodness, I feel like I'm never going to get over this. But I suppose I will sometime. Hopefully next time we talk. If you have teenagers in sports and you want to help them boost their confidence, check out our Mental Game Starter Kit. It's a great set of resources to help you start boosting their mental game. Just go to raiseyourinnergame.com, scroll to the bottom. You can learn about it and register there. It's all free. We also offer private and group coaching you can learn about at the site. If you like what you heard on today's show, minus the scritchy throat, please tell your friends and rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Every review helps more people find the show and get the mental game boost they need. If you'd like to support the show so we can keep things ad-free, please click the Buy Me a Coffee link below, and thank you for that. If you're listening to the audio podcast and you like video, we post all our episodes on YouTube as well. There's a link to that in the show notes. And finally, we'll close with Steve Prefontaine and his quote from the end of the Raise Your Inner Game book. To give anything less than your best is to sacrifice your gift. That's what we're doing. We're working to be our best and to help our kids be their best, both on the field and off. So keep up the good work, and we'll see you next time.